Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Saturday. It's time to talk about products again. And the first one I want to tell you about is the Avon Ideal Flawless CC Color Correcting Cream. And this product has a broad spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen. So 50, that's really good, right? The kind of claim to fame to this is that it will lighten dark spots on the face in 2 weeks worth of use. And the color I have happens to be medium. I have it on today. I don't have anything else over the top of it. And here's what medium looks like. It really is not something I would recommend for coverage, but it sinks into the skin really nicely. And with that SPF, you can see I have it kind of right in here. With SPF of 50, I mean, that's you can't really go wrong with that. And I haven't tried it yet, but I think you could probably use this under another foundation if you wanted to. I've not been using my primer underneath it. I don't know how well the two would work together. I've just been using this straight on the face because I kind of want to absorb all of the properties. I don't want any kind of layers in between. So I just haven't been using my primer, but I'm sure you could probably use a primer with it as well. Since I haven't been using it for 2 weeks, I can't speak to the dark spots yet, but SPF 50, I mean, that sells it for me. The next thing I've been using is the Avon Always On Point eyeliner in black. And this is an eyeliner. It's called Always On Point because every time you close the cap and click it shut, it pushes the eyeliner up a little bit for you and it reshapes the tip so that the tip is always pointed. And it has a very, very dark pigmentation. I mean, I went as light as I could, and that's what you get. You know, this is one of those where if you broke the tip off or something, you would just screw the cap all the way on and all the way off, you know, 2 or 3 times, and it will push the tip up and resharpen it for you. So, really good pigmentation. I really like that. I do find for me that I like to go in between uses sometimes and not actually screw the cap on all the way because it's such a dark pigmentation that I really don't need very much at all, and so I actually don't need it to push up every time, you know, in the tube. And so sometimes I'll go without clicking it all the way just because I don't need the extra tip. And if I were to keep doing it every time, not wearing the tip down like someone else might, you know, it pushes it up too far and then you do break it off. So just a little tip, if you have this already and you're kind of like me where you're kind of fair and you have lighter hair color, and so you don't use as much of a really dark black eyeliner, and you find that you're breaking the tip off, try that. I wouldn't store it like this for a long period of time because I don't want it to dry out, but overnight for, you know, 2 or 3 nights, it does still keep the air out, and then I can click it down when I'm ready to actually push it up a little bit more. Next, I have been using the Essence Triple XL Shine Lip Gloss, and the color I have here is Supergirl. It's number 5, and it's a really pretty, it is a pink, but it kind of, it falls on the peachy side of pink. And it has a lot of sparkle in it, which I really like. I'm wearing it right now. I don't have anything underneath it. I love these Essence lip glosses. They're super duper affordable, and I haven't had any of them that I didn't like. They have a doe foot applicator. They smell good. They actually have really good pigmentation. You can see the pinkness there, and they are meant to be a sheer shiny gloss. So they're not meant to give you a bunch of color, but they still do have color to it, which actually does work even though my lip color is super duper dark naturally. I do get the pinkness on my lips, which doesn't happen a lot of time with other brands. And the glitter, if you really grind your lips together, you will feel the glitter, but in general, I don't feel it. It doesn't bother me at all. And so I really like that. If you're somebody who doesn't like glitter at all, then you probably are not going to like this, so just ignore what I'm saying right now. But I love these, and I really just think you can't go wrong with them, and they're affordable, and I would recommend any of them. Next, I have been using the Avon Super Shock Max mascara, and this is one of the kind of big fat tubes. Like in comparison to the lip gloss, it's, you know, probably about twice the circumference of the lip gloss, I would say. And it has a really giant tip, like really giant. It's longer than my eye. And the bristles, it is a plastic bristle brush. It has I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it has strips where there aren't any bristles, and then the bristles kick in little bunches that go at a diagonal. Can you see that? They're kind of in bunches. They go in a diagonal in strips as well, and then you get another blank strip. I'm not a fan of plastic applicators. They just don't work for my lashes and for what I want with my lashes, but a lot of people really do love them. For my lashes, I find that this ends up being just, you know, a little bit clumpy. I do kind of have to work out the little bits, and you can kind of see the clumps on the brush as well. And I can kind of, I do get some of my length. It doesn't give me additional length really, but I can maximize the length of my natural lashes, so that's a good thing. And it is a good, nice black color. It's kind of matte, so it's not really shiny, so that I like. I just prefer a brush, you know, a regular brush style tip is all. But a lot of you would really, you know, would really like this kind. The next item to show you is from Rimmel London. Now it says new on the packaging, but I've had this for a while. It's not new. This is the Lasting Finish Blendable Powder Blush and Highlighter in number 6 Autumn Catwalk. And, you know, they've changed these. They've gone through some repackaging, so I'm not sure if you can get this one or not anymore. And they probably, you know, look a little bit different. In general, with the Rimmel blushes, I will say that I don't dislike them. I'm not super duper in love with them. They're okay, they work. I don't really have anything to complain about them, but they're just kind of middle of the road for me. This one has 3 shades, which, you know, you could use a small brush and get in there individually, but, you know, you're probably going to blend them together. And in general, it's not super duper pigmented. I can swatch it and get a pretty decent swatch from it, but I do find this is one where I have to go back in with the brush and really get some more and kind of build up the color. And I also, because I use an angled brush, I do have to make sure that I go into it the same way because I want the color to end up the same. So I do the brush this way for this side, and then I actually flip it over and do it in the same direction for the other side. That's just me being, you know, being a little bit anal about how it goes on. You know, like I said, these are pretty colors, and they do just fine. They're not super duper pigmented. I really like blushes where I really only have to dip into it one time and then, you know, go easier than heavier on the application. This one you definitely have to kind of build up, but the colors are pretty. And they don't have a ton of colors to choose from, but the ones that they have are pretty and pretty much suitable for any skin tone. So next is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Trio in number 384B on Cloud 9. And this is basically a light blue, a dark blue at the bottom, and a brown in the middle. And this is one of the best ones as far as pigmentation goes, in my opinion. And it does, I will say that the colors can crease just a teeny tiny bit, you know, by the end of the day. It doesn't happen right away, but by the end of the day you might see just, you know, a little bit of creasing, but it's not the kind that's really going to bother you, I don't think. You know, I've worn these all different ways. I will say the brown is like a matte brown, and it blends really well in the crease. It's a little bit hard to work with all over the lid, and that's actually how I have it on today. It's kind of a little bit patchy and a little bit hard to blend, but in the crease, you know, it's much easier to control in the crease. So just a little heads up on that, but it's not anything that would make me not like it. There's the brow bone color, there's that dark brown matte color, and the eyelid color here. And there's swatches. And you can see that a little bit goes a long way. I swatched like way too much. It will be powdery if you get way too much. But they just blend out really nicely. Aside from the brown, which can be a little bit patchy, which you can actually see in the swatch. Really a good palette. I would recommend this one to anyone. If you're afraid of blues, you're not going to like it, but it's an affordable way to start to get used to color if you are just a neutral girl and afraid of color. I mean, these are like $2.99, and so, you know, if you're going to start to ease yourself into color, you may as well do it affordably, right? I recommend pretty much all of these to to anyone. And the last thing I'm going to show you today is the Lorac bronzer. This is the bronzing powder, and the color I have is Warm Glow. This was a product that I coveted for a long time before I ever actually got it. It's just really, it's so pretty. It's almost like a warm pink color. I'll show you what the packaging looks like. It's almost like a warm pink color on the skin, like a rosy glow. And it does give you a little bit of shine. I'll put it up here on my wrist. Right there. It gives you a little shine, just kind of a healthy glow. It doesn't make you look sweaty, and that's me blending it in. You know, if I don't rub it out, it's quite a dark shade. So I just love this color, and it's not orange at all, and it's not even brown, and it's such a natural rosy glow. It's just so pretty, and I feel like this is the direction we need to go with bronzers. You know, I'm really tired of muddy brown, you know, looking like you stuck your face in a bowl of chocolate or rolled around in the dirt for a little while. You know, and orange. I'm tired of orange, and so this is just amazing. I just love this. I can't say enough good things about it. You can't get it wrong, no matter how you try to use it. You're not going to screw it up, and I just really, really like it. So these are pricier. It's something that you should save up for, or, you know, ask for as kind of your big gift or whatever. You know, take care of it. It's just amazing. I just love it, and I can't say anything else about it other than I love it. And that's all I have for you this time. If you have any questions about any of the products, you know, obviously let me know as always. And welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you for joining us, and tell me a little bit about yourself in the comments. I like to get to know my new subbies. And have you guys been getting the videos in your subscription boxes? Because recently YouTube changed the way you publish your videos. You know, it lets you build the video and fill in all of your information, and then you click publish. And I schedule mine ahead of time, but ever since they changed that, my views count has changed drastically. And so I feel like you guys are not getting the videos in your subscription box. And I also feel like it's not I know for sure it's not counting views correctly, because I'm getting comments from people and it's showing no views. And I'm like, well, they were obviously here because they commented, and they obviously watched because they commented on something in the video. So if you're not getting them in your subscription box, then please let me know so that I can address that with YouTube. I have mentioned to them and shown them that it's not counting views properly, but you know, that kind of stuff is important. And if you make videos, you might want to kind of pay attention to whether you're having issues with that or not as well. So just let me know either way. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye!